Picture this. Your car breaks down, your fridge quits, or a surprise bill hits you out of nowhere. No savings, no plan. What's your move? Panic? Borrow? Hope it goes away? What if I told you there's a simple way to dodge financial chaos and take back control? Stick with me because I'm revealing why an emergency fund is your financial lifeline. This could save you from a money meltdown. Welcome back, soon-to-be money-smart crew. In this video, we're tackling a game changer. Emergency funds and why they're your shield against life's chaos. Life loves surprises. Think busted appliances, sudden job gaps, or your pet deciding your furniture's a chew toy. Without a cash buffer, those surprises can derail you. But with an emergency fund, you're the one calling the shots. In this video, we'll unpack what an emergency fund is, why it's a must-have, how to build one step by step, and how it's more than money. It's peace of mind. Plus, I've got some jaw-dropping examples to prove it. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's get started. So, what's an emergency fund? It's not some high finance mystery. It's money you stash away for life's unexpected punches, things you can't plan but will happen. Think of it as your financial safety net. You don't miss it until you're falling, but when you are, it's everything. The goal? Enough to cover 3 to 6 months of your essentials: rent, food, bills, whatever keeps your life running. Why so much? Because emergencies don't wait for payday. Let's meet Dana, a graphic designer. Her laptop, her work lifeline, crashed. No savings. She borrowed at high interest and spent months digging out. If she'd had just 25% of her monthly expenses saved, she'd have replaced it stress-free. Now meet Piet, a bartender. His car broke down mid-week. He tapped into his emergency fund, about 2 months' worth of basic salary, fixed it, and kept going. No loans, no panic. That's the difference. Without a fund, you're vulnerable. With it, you're unstoppable. Let's get honest. No emergency fund? You're playing with fire. When disaster strikes, you're stuck with bad options. High-interest loans, borrowing from friends and family, or selling stuff you need. Those aren't fixes. They're traps. Take Neil. His apartment flooded. Pipes burst. No savings. He took a quick loan with crazy interest. A year later, he's paid double what he borrowed and still owes more. If he'd had even 50% of a month's expenses saved, he'd have paid the plumber and moved on. It's not just about money. It's your sanity. Research shows over half of people stress about finances because they're unprepared. No fund means every bump feels like a cliff. Imagine living where a flat tire or a sick kid doesn't ruin you. That's what we're building toward. All right, time to flip the script. Let's build that fund. You don't need a big salary. You need a plan. Here's how. Step 1. Start tiny. Save 10% of 1 month's expenses. Small, but mighty. It could cover a busted phone or a quick repair. Set aside the money before you start spending on anything. Automatic transfers are your friend. If you wait too long after payday, it's gone. Step 2. Set your target. Calculate your monthly must-haves: housing, food, transport. Multiply by 3. That's your starter goal. Say your essentials are the equivalent of $1,000. Aim for $3,000. Too much? Break it into chunks. 5% of your income monthly gets you there over time. Step 3. Trim the excess. Skip one takeaway meal. Save a sliver of your budget. Cancel that streaming service you barely use. More for the fund. There is so much fat you can trim from your monthly spend. I do a review every year and trim what I don't need. It's not a once-off thing. It's a continuous effort. Step 4. Lock it away. Use a separate savings account, preferably interest-bearing, even a little. There are many options. Just make sure that emergency funds are not locked in for long periods where you can't access them. And hands off unless it's a real emergency. No splurges allowed. Step 5. Grow it. Once you hit 3 months of monthly costs saved, push for 6 months. Life's wild. Think job shifts or global shakeups. More savings, more strength, and once you have enough saved, you can even put some of the funds into savings with higher returns. Need proof? Let's talk about myself. For the past 6 months, business has been tough, clients not paying and projects put on hold or stopped. But I built up a strong buffer, and I have kept my expenses very low. I don't buy into the lifestyle narrative sold to us by society. The result is the peace of mind I have while navigating this storm. Had I not planned effectively, I would have been ruined. I thank my blessing and my early decision-making every day. You don't need to be a tycoon, just an everyday person. Just like me, you can choose security too. I have the added benefit of not worrying about paying for expensive lifestyle items and luxuries bought on credit. And the biggest bonus, I don't owe the banks anything. Here's the kicker. An emergency fund isn't just cash, it's control. It's freedom to say, I've got this, when life flips upside down. Job gone? You've got months to find the right fit, not just anything. Big repair? You handle it without blinking. It's power over panic. Studies show people with savings feel 40% less money stress. That's not just numbers, that's sleeping better, dreaming bigger. What could you do without that financial shadow? Chase a passion? Take a risk? That's the real payout. So, here's your takeaway. Life's a roller coaster, but you can strap in. An emergency fund isn't optional. It's your lifeline, your key to freedom. Start small. 1% of your income, whatever works, because every step pulls you from chaos to confidence. Shift your thinking. Stop saying, I can't afford save, and start saying, I cannot afford not to save. You're not just stashing money, you're building a bolder you. What's your first move? Tell me in the comments. I'm rooting for you. If this hit home, smash that like, subscribe for more money wisdom, and tap that bell. Your future self's cheering. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.